Can you hear me now? Can you hear? Can you hear? Can you hear?
Jackie, I see you. Fort Worth, Texas.
What up, Jackie? Thank you, Mark, for showing up. Yeah, I went to Prince's.
See you, Lennox. God bless you. See you then in the building.
Probably might put it in my channel. But they last week, I got some miles in it, and I was going to have a hard text. That's supposed to be so hard. We got on, I think it was 2nd Street, down in there, all the little spots. Awesome. What up, Indian Exposure Investigation?
W in Texas. I see you, brother. It's George. I see you.
Testing, mic one, testing, mic one.
No, I'm a fisherman and metal detector right now.
Testing, mic two, testing, mic two. Testing, mic three, testing, mic three. Testing, mic four, testing, mic four. Testing, mic five, testing, mic five. Testing, mic six, testing, mic six. Testing, mic seven, testing, mic seven.
Hello, sir. Is it good? Yeah, how you doing? How they treat you?
Oh, me too.
Like you old.
Girl, yes, I did. I don't.
Cash out, $, Rico Hud, 113. There you go. Cynthia M got it. God bless you, Congress. I see you.
Good evening, how's everybody doing? Okay, so we're gonna get our meeting started. It is 6:30, so we're trying to make sure that we're prompt on in line and respectful of everybody's time. That being said, I will ask Clerk Key, please, to call roll of that form.
Good evening, everyone. Trustee Norwood, President. Trustee Stanley Brown. Absent. Trustee Tammy Brown, present. Trustee House,
Present.
Trustee Holmes, absent. Trustee Belcher, here. Mayor Hayward is absent, and the clerk is present. Attorney McGrath is also present. We have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Next, I'll ask that everybody stand for the pledge of allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Remain standing briefly. Trustee Tammy Brown, you mind leading us in prayer?
Excuse me. Father God, we thank you this evening for this gathering, and we know that this meeting will be productive. We ask these things in your mighty Son's name. Amen. Amen.
Okay, next on our agenda, we will go into public comment. So anybody that has any comments for this body, I'll ask that you come up. We have a 3-minute timer. As the 3 minutes approaches, I will wave and to notify you of the time. So please feel free at this moment. If there's any comments, please come forward.
I think my 3 minutes should be quick. Trustees, I just want to say thank you guys for holding this meeting somewhere where us residents can actually get in and we don't have to deal with the police and the taunting and everything else that goes along with trying to get inside of a public meeting. So first and foremost, thank you guys for actually doing that for us residents because we truly appreciate it. As everybody knows, I have a petition that's going around. I just want to ask everybody to sign it. It's an online petition. If you haven't seen it, just please take a look in the groups, politics, or any other groups that we have, and just sign it and share it. Just trying to make an initiative that I hope can come to fruition, but I just want to make sure that I have the support of everybody else when it comes to Alexis Wilson and her being killed by the Dolton police back when Tiffany started her reign. I just want to make sure that she gets the justice that she deserves. So again, if everyone could just sign that petition and help me share it, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. Like many that live here, a lot of people that don't live here, I'm glad to see a couple of agenda items that are addressing the situation over at Village Hall, as far as your access, our access, and the slimy little characters running around keeping our records hostage, otherwise known as William Moore. At some point, this is going to have to be dealt with because everything is bad for one person, basically to have control over our police department pretty much is what I've been seeing anyway, is what I understand with the locks were there, which we changed recently. Mr. Moore assaulted the locksmith, snatched the keys out of his hands, and gave the keys to the Wicked Witch of Dolton. So my point simply is this, this blatant law breaking by our chief executive has to come to a stop at some point. She was warned by the judge in the last hearing that she had that the moment would no longer be tolerated. So even though I was a little bit disappointed that he didn't actually take her into custody for breaking the previous laws, this is supposedly her last warning. So we shall see. But nobody should be above the law up to this point. This is what's been happening. I'm sure there's plans for this. And I hope some will leave us tonight, maybe hear some of tonight, at least tonight, some of these issues. And like I said, I do see a couple of items on the agenda that addresses something most of I was just bringing up. So any updates that we can get as far as the ongoing situation with our law-making chief executive that you can share with us would be helpful in stopping some of the rumors and so forth that are floating around out there. So a cleanup there is necessary. And once again, I can't say this enough. Our Park District, you all have come up so big for us. I don't know whether we would be out in the streets before this. You all have been heroes and a half, and it's really appreciated.
Good evening, fellow Daltonites. My family and I are very passionate over this little village. It's in our hearts, it's in our DNA. Not a day goes by that I don't get a phone call, a text, or a conversation with my husband about the good, the bad, and ugly here. You see, my 4 times grandfather came here in 1851 and still family here. He had a large farm around McDonald's, all the way to Indiana Avenue. At one point, he had to give up land for them to build Sibley Boulevard. Years later, I had a great aunt donate land to build Roosevelt School. In the 1970s, my grandfather and his crew from his tree cutting business was asked by the village to donate their time and skills to build the famous rocket slide here in Dolton Park. In 2019, my sister sent me a picture of a letter. It was from Mayor Rogers at the time. It was a proclamation from the village of Dolton. It listed she grew up here, her 31 years of service upon retiring from the U.S. Army, her achievements, her awards, a tour in Iraq, and at the end, it said, Mayor Rogers, village clerk, the Board of Trustees on behalf of the entire Dolton community, presents the proclamation to my sister with the pride and honor of her service to her community. Now, she's just one of many people that left Dolton over the years to serve her country in the armed forces. That letter made me and my family realize not only did she serve her country, but she served her childhood home, Dolton. This letter shows the love that this little town gave back. I'm not here to boast or brag. I'm here to tell you people gave to this community. They loved and lived in this little community. And I'm just a small little branch on that big family tree. Now let me jump back to a huge leap. In 1943, the Dolton Volunteer Fire Department started the carnival. In 44, the parade came. Sometime later, nobody knows who started it, the July 3rd Kitty Parade and the Pet Parade. Not only did the firemen volunteer their times, their wives and children did too. They gave to their community, and the community gave back. The posters and ads of that carnival never showed a person's face. It never said one person took credit. It just showed you a picture of a carnival. It did this, and that was when the community worked together. Sorry. Growing up, I never heard my parents talk bad about the village and the officials. And my aunt
Reached the 3-minute mark.
My aunt said this town ran so smooth. The only time they talked, and Garrett probably will know, was when Mayor Peck wore his Hawaiian shorts. I am the past on this tree. You are the present and the future. For Dolton to move forward and get it back. Please tell everyone to spread the word. Dolton needs a team. This is the team, not the I person. And I will keep coming to speak until I have a victory party. Everybody get it.
And I'll ask if anybody else has comments, please come to the front row so they'll be ready behind Mrs. Barbara.
Good evening, members of trustees and village officials. I have a concern about my water bill. Quite sure other people in here have concern about theirs as well. The last bill that I received is identical, dates, amounts, and everything to 2023. The last actual reading that I received was August 23rd to October 23rd. All the other bills that I've received have been estimated bills. Also, there's no prior balance, there's no current amount of reading on the bills, just an amount, even on the estimated bills. I'm going to go on record. I'm going to call the water department and request an appointment to discuss this bills, I should say. I've had I call it a button or whatever on my outside of my house since December 2011. So there's no reason why I'm getting estimated bills or no readings at all on my bill. So I'm requesting that go on file whatever, that I am going to be calling or contact for an appointment, because there needs to be a discussion about this, and I'm not tolerating any more estimated bills. If I have to call it every day for someone to come to my house and read my meter.
And if I may, Ms. Parker, I have to say this, Ms. Barbara, I have to say this for the first time I get to say it, so I want to commiserate this moment. We have our village administrator here that can assist. So you can feel free to go share with him, he can get this all.
That's one reason why I said it today, so that the word will be out.
Yes, ma'am.
And also something's going to be done.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, with that, we're going to conclude citizens' address, and we'll be moving right into our general announcements. I'll ask the board members if they have any announcements at this time.
I have.
Okay, so trustee Tim, if you don't mind, and trustee Belcher.
Okay, just one thing I want everyone to know. I'm sorry, first of all, good evening, residents. Just wanted everybody to know this Saturday, September the 12th, is Dolton Trustees, right here in this building, 14700 Evers at 9:30. Please come out and get this vital information that we have. We have an awesome time where you can ask questions and get answers. So definitely, residents come out. If you got questions for us, some things I know, we definitely have an issue with the water department and late bills being sent out and readings, things like that. So definitely come out so that we can take that information and take it back to the water department and get some answers. So definitely come out this Saturday, October the 12th at 9:30 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Trustee Belcher.
Yes, I have a couple of announcements. October 31st, Spence Cook Grand Live in Serenity Grand Chapter is having a trunk or treat for the children. It is Thursday, October 31st, from 3 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. The address is 14141 Martin Luther King Drive. That's in the back, so anybody knows the blue building that's across from Village Hall, which is our Grand Lodge. This is the 4th annual year that we've actually done it, so we will have trunk or treat. Also, November 9th, your own, very own, Trustee Belcher has collaborated with Mayor Rhonda Akpal and 5th District Cook County Commissioner Monica Gordon to do a CPR course. This is a CPR training, November 9th. The time has changed from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. I know I have placed it on Facebook, I'll be updating it, but the time is 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. A lot of people are interested in doing CPR. You can save a life, and it's definitely good where I've been afforded the ability to present this to the community for free. So I suggest if you're interested in it, please register. I do have the information. Also, I'm just happy to see y'all here tonight. I think that we are coming into the season where the time is changing, so it's getting a little darker earlier. So just be mindful of your surroundings and just stay aware of what's going on. Have a good night.
Thank you very much, Trustee Belcher. Trustee Norwood.
I just want to say, happy Monday, everyone. I know a resident one Saturday, I said, I'll see you Monday, and she said, no, I won't be coming to the meeting at the village because I can't never get in. So I see in the audience today, and I just want to say, won't he do it? Good evening, everyone.
Okay, and if I can, I have a few announcements. I first want to talk about this meeting being over here at the Park District and why that meeting has been, why it's been transferred over to the Park District. I have to kind of echo the sentiments that Dan Lee gave of thanking Dolton Park District Board of Commissioners for all of their partnership, because the partnerships have really been significant. So please give a round of applause. We have Commissioner momentarily, I want to defer the legality of this meeting or the explanation of why this is the proper and legal meeting to Attorney Bradford to expound on how we came to this conclusion and demonstrating that this is the properly called legal meeting.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. First and foremost, the reason the meeting is here tonight is based on the final decision of the Attorney General, which found that there is open meeting violation at the Village Hall based upon the excessive police presence, the barricades, blocking off the streets, and also because the Village Hall doesn't have the seating capacity for the crowds that are coming out for these meetings. So that's the primary reason. Note that Clerk T sends out an email, she always does, asking for everyone to put on agenda items that they want on the agenda. That occurred early last week. The trustees and the mayor all sent that email. together. It was legally posted, well in excess of the 40-hour requirement. I believe it was actually posted last Thursday evening. And so, in our view, the meeting here is perfectly proper and appropriate, given the safety issues and the proper way of posting the meeting.
Thank you very much. Want to also kind of chime in on the goal of what's important for the board of trustees is we know that meetings that are run or operated with the board of trustees, and we of course have always welcomed the mayor to be present. But we notice the difference when there is the board of trustees meeting and when there's a mayor's meeting is here. It's very important for us to demonstrate that we can operate our community with decency, order, dignity, and make things happen. So if you'll see at our last meeting, there was between 10 to 15 items. This meeting, again, 10 to 15 items. We will be talking about these are items that are critical to us rebuilding our community because we know the hole that we've been dug into. And our board is really just focused on trying to demonstrate and show not only to the community, but to also those vendors that are outstanding out there that are owed money, to the insurance companies that have deemed us a high risk, to the bond agencies that we owe money to, that we will make things happen that will bring this community forward and we can be trusted. With that being said, we have several items on here that, well, one, it was important for me to have a bring grab with this legal explanation because this is going to likely end up in court. Like the many other cases, we had, of course, the court case last week on potential contempt of court. We have a court orders issued. So we want to make sure that everything we do, everything is done decent, in order, and we are following all the proper steps. Secondarily, we are working with Attorney McGrath and his office and his staff, and I think they've been doing a tremendous job at working to reduce the number of court cases that are out there. At last count, I remember it was about 40 cases that were outstanding, so we're up to 40. And it's it can be overwhelming, but I think you'll note on the last meeting we settled 3 and made an offer on 1. On this agenda, there's a potential of 1 additional case that we can reduce. Little by little, we will be working to get that taken care of. Previous meetings, we talked about our bank account and the need to find a new bank account. We've partnered up with Trust Banks, turned in applications for that, and we anticipate that account being open this week, which will be slightly ahead of the 60 days that we were given. However, Administrator Freeman has filed a request for an extension because when we have the new account open, we still need to transfer automatic deduction of direct deposits and things. So we expect that to be granted, and we think we're in a good place on that. Next was our audit. We were unsuccessful in finding an auditor that would go backwards and to produce the audit. With that being said, the Comptroller's Office has used their authority to do a force-place audit, which means that we gave us the leverage of being able to negotiate the price and select the auditor of our choosing. However, we do have a credential, a CPA firm that will be doing an audit, and we're going to be transparent and providing all information we have. And at this moment, we have to live with the results so that we can find where we're at round 0, round 2, and build from there. Our annual budget, we've gotten the draft and the draft of the budget from our finance department. And with that draft budget, if things remain exactly as they are, we would find ourselves with an additional $2.8 million deficit based on those draft numbers. I will put that out there as our starting point. Of course, this board does not approve or pass a budget with that kind of a deficit. Hearing that this week, there will be conversations with the department heads, and then once that happens, it will be presented to the board of trustees for review. And as we come up with a balanced budget that includes some of the payment of the back bills, it will then be pushed to the residents. We're going to be doing this in an expedited manner because we know that the longer we wait, the more we have to cut. So I just want to make sure we're keeping everybody updated on our starting point and where we're going. I think those were my serious notes. Now on to something that I really want to make sure everybody is aware of. The 2nd Congressional District is having a housing expo on Saturday, October 26th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. over at South Suburban College. So again, there is a housing expo that will have plenty of workshops on understanding the reasons behind the vacant property tax, keeping your home safe and protected in case of fire, the truth about solar panels. So, for those that are interested, great information, and I'm sure they're gonna have free giveaways. And Commissioner Wells, are they feeding people?
Yes.
And refreshments. Okay, so, please keep that and mark that on your calendar, Saturday, October 26th. But that will conclude my comments. All right, so next we're gonna go transition right into the village clerk's report.
Good evening again, everyone. Tonight I am asking the approval of the Board of Trustees for the minutes for September the 12th, 2024 special board.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion that we approve September 12th, 2024 special board review minutes.
I'll second.
Okay, there is a motion and a second, any discussion? Clerk, please roll call.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed. Thank you very much, Board. So, of course, you guys know there's an upcoming election, and the clerk's office is basically responsible for handling a great deal of the information that comes into the village, for the village of Dolton only. We do not handle paperwork for the park district, school districts, library board. We do not handle those. They're all their own separate entity. So my office will open back up hopefully sometime this month, so that we can receive documents that come in. I'm working on that now. We do have some challenges, but hopefully those challenges will be worked out. And myself and the deputy clerk will be in time to receive whatever petitions are out there and any other things that are, requested of the clerk's office. I ask that you be patient with us because we have not been in our office, unfortunately, but we have been working diligently remotely. We have responded to tons of requests. We have not stopped. It's been many challenges here, but that didn't stop the clerk office from moving forward. As you can see, my deputy is back. That helps me tremendously because it fell behind when she was gone temporarily. But we're catching back up and moving forward. We're getting our records codified. We're working on that. Unfortunately, we worked very hard on that for it not to be completed at this point. But because of all the obstacles that we experienced, we were not able to complete the project. But moving forward, I am promising you that that's going to be codified. We no longer have to come and meet to know what our ordinance is, and know what a fine is, and know what the law is, because all of that will be publicly available to you on the website. And my goal is to post from where it stopped. It stopped in 1988. I'm making sure we get records from 88 to current to put on the website. So anything you want to research, just be patient with me. Hopefully, I can get it all in. But like I said, my deputy's back, so we're gearing up to continue to get those records so that we can make sure they're available for everyone. You shouldn't have to ask for a FOIA to find out what your laws are in your ordinance and your village. You should be able to go and take a look at them on not only the village website, but a public website that all the other municipalities have their ordinances on those sites. And as we get further along, I will make sure I provide you the information where you know where to go and look for those records. But just continue to be patient with us, and we are definitely moving forward to make that a success. And that concludes my report.
Thank you very much, Clerk King. Our next item will be the village engineer's report. Engineer is not present. The next item will be village administrator report. Administrator, you have a report?
I do not have a report, but this feels like.
Short and brief, we like it. Department reports. And none of the department heads are present. We will say we will continue to extend the invitation to the department heads. Our goal is to continue to grow and show progress, but at this time, there's still a little separatism of spirit, so we're working to get past that. Next item on here is corporate bills. I will read the corporate bills into record. electronic payments list from August 31st, 2024, with corporate payments $238,200.12. Water fund payments $347,127.31. Total payments on this register $585,000. Read.
Motion.
Okay.
Second.
All right, hearing a motion and second, any discussion? No discussion, clerk, can you please call the roll?
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, the next one is our corporate, accounts payable list dated October 7th, 2024, with corporate payments $709,020.84. Gross payroll September 6th, $413,175.86. Gross payroll September 20th, $453,797.90. Melanie Fitness Center register is $1,244. Total corporate payments $1,577,238.92. Is there a motion to approve the bills as read?
A motion.
Is there-
Second.
Okay, here a motion and second, any discussion? Okay, clerk, this feels like I should remove something. No, clerk, can you please call the roll?
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, we're going, no old business. Next thing up is item A, discussion regarding reducing the fine for loose animals. Yield, trustee Norwood.
So, I had a few residents call me about, their bit of a panic because, we all heard about a resident receiving a $2,500 fine for a loose dog. So I did contact the resident, and I was unable to reach her. But I did want to have a discussion just in general with the board and, see if it's something that we can do, tonight in regards to the fine. On our records, they actually we have an ordinance for those dogs, so I'm not really sure why they received the $500 fine, but $2,500 fine. When ordinance, 23-004 pretty much states that for dog running at large, and I would consider that a loose dog, they have that the first fine is $500, and then the final fine is $1,000. So I've spoken with a few of the board members, and we just want to make it reasonable. We don't want to make it so that residents have fines that are so high and that if they double, they can't afford it and then you get priced out. So the board pretty much agreed that a reasonable fine was $150 starting off for a first offense, a second offense at $250, and then after the third time, then it'll be $500 fine.
Any, comments, rest of the board, or?
No.
So then I think, we have to need to get the ordinance, or the amounts to Attorney Brown, that he can make the amendments and vote it. All right, next item up was the discussion regarding the residential listings, also, we're pulling that. Next was discussion regarding reduction of landlord registration fees.
Yes. So, last year, we had a resident that came to us and, she mentioned that when she went to the village to pay her yearly, registration fee for landlords for the inspection fees, that, she was told that the inspection fee was $100 per unit. So we did have the discussion with the board, and we all spoke as trustees, and we decided that a reasonable fine would be $55. Instead of it doubling to $100, we met halfway, and we decided that $55 was a reasonable fine. So instead of $100 per unit for multi-units for the inspection fee year, we'd have it for $55. And we already discussed it, it's just a matter of someone to the village, they hadn't made a change. So I just want to, one, put it on the record, and then two, let you know that Attorney Bradford to pick it up. Okay, so we will look at the ordinance, what it is, $55 per unit.
Okay. Any further discussion? All right, here is none on that, we're going to item E, sale of unapproved vehicles, trustee Dolton.
I'm sorry. So I brought this up at a previous meeting. I've actually spoke to the village administrator, spoke to the police department, spoke to the attorney. Right now, the vehicles that were purchased that were unapproved by the board, we're looking to find out how we can either find out if those leases are valid, or if we need to start a process of trying to sell the cars. We have to do something. As Trustee House said at the beginning, we are in a deficit, everybody knows, and financially, just having luxury vehicles or high interest rate vehicles is not a priority that we would need, because they're not like they're the police vehicles that's on the street every day. These are vehicles that I'm talking about, are the vehicle that drives the Mayoral around. Two other vehicles that command staff have, where we have regular vehicles, police vehicles that they would be able to drive. And whoever made the leases or entered into these leases, they're just not financially feasible for the village. And when I say not financially feasible, I'm gonna give you an example. We have a car that our previous chief of police purchased, which I'm sure every person in America that's into cars would love, all-wheel SRT Dodge Durango, which we are paying $2,800 a month. $2,800 a month. It's not financially feasible, and now that we have been able to gain access to some of the things that we were just not privy to, we didn't know about this stuff. We would never enter into any of these type of agreements that was going on. So we have to be diligent about what we do. We have to make sure though what we do, we're doing it the right way. We have to make sure that it works on the best interest of the village, because we're roughly almost two years into some of these leases already. So we probably paid off the car or somebody's car. I'm asking tonight though, until we can make a decision of what we're gonna do to move forward about these vehicles, I'm requesting and asking for them to be taken off of automatic withdrawal. If we take them out of automatic withdrawal, because we're just creating a financial strain on us, we then will be able, once the attorney looks into it, to see what our next legal actions are, to send them back, sell them, or move forward. But right now, these vehicles are creating a financial strain, especially with the budget of the police department. So, my request tonight is that if we can vote on taking them off of electronic payment, and then move forward to discuss next steps of these vehicles.
Yes, well, if I may add a little something, I'm gonna ask Attorney McGrath. I would like to send the vehicle company a letter saying that this was an improper lease, and we paid your last payment, come pick your car up. So that's, but maybe if that's legal. Since I'm on record, that would be my desire. Of course, I'm in support of taking them off automatic payments, but if that's appropriate, I want to ask Attorney McGrath here.
We'll have to look at the leases. I don't think we've received those yet.
Okay.
Definitely, we'll put it on, auto pay, electronic pay, and then, in the future, I would have that payment up on the warrant list.
Okay.
You have to vote on it, or pull it off on the warrant list, or approve, what we need to do.
right, so then I think we need a motion. I don't know, I don't need a formal motion to approve taking it off all the things. Oh, yep. Discussion on trustee Brewer.
Just to kind of give an idea, because I know Trustee Butcher stated that we do, there were parts in the beginning, we do understand that the police officers that we did before, we did have make some changes to some leases, but, behind our back, or unbeknownst to us, they went and made these changes, and when I did the math, we came out to $555,000 in a 3-month period with all the leases total. So they're adding up, and that's our design.
Okay. Trustee Brown. Okay. Trustee Butcher, you want to make the formal motion for removal?
Yes, I am asking to remove auto pay off of the unapproved vehicle leases that are now being taken out of the bill.
And then I'll second. So, I believe y'all had comment, so first, I went out of order, so forgive me, but, first, you can't please call roll.
Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
trustee House,
Aye.
trustee Belvin.
Aye.
Motion approved.
Okay, next is, item E, discussion and approval to proceed with commercial appraisal for sale of building. Mr. Melcher.
Oh, you skipped one, that's all, you confused me. Yeah. F, motion to.
We're on E.
No, he said E. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I brought this up at a previous meeting, and it goes back to finances. As everyone can see, we are strictly trying to save our community. And, people laugh when I say we sell everything right now, but it is a point that we have to be able to use what we have, whether it be collateral or anything, to save you guys. So we're not saving us, we're saving the community, because we don't want to impose additional taxes or something for the negligence of what has happened over the last 3.5 years. Myself and Trustee Norwood spoke to a commercial appraiser. He sent over some information. A commercial appraiser to appraise Melody Fitness Center is $3,700. I think right now, and this is something that as a board, I guess we just have to look into, us getting the appraisal to see can we sell that property and how much it's actually worth. Right now, it's sitting, is utilized for every party that anybody can have every other month. But at the same time, we still have to pay utilities on it. We have to keep gas on because we don't want the pipes to bust. We have to keep alarms. So it's steady costing us money monthly, and it's not being a benefit. So my request tonight is to approve the $3,700 for the commercial appraiser, so we can at least get an appraisal, so we can move forward to see how much it's worth for a possible sale.
I'm going to second that, just so we have it formally on the record, and then I'll yield for any further discussion.
I guess I would say, this has been a long time coming. We had talked about this maybe 2 years ago as to selling the property that's idle. A lot of the residents say, well, hey, let's open it back up as a fitness center. Well, we closed it down because we could not afford to keep it open. It cost us more to keep it open than what we were actually bringing in. And then she puts up there a sign 2 years ago, which I said was a way to campaign to make it a police department. Again, we had no funds to even make it a police department. You paid, what, $50,000 for a sign. Wasted, you wanna talk about wasted funds? That's a waste of money. Again, let's see what we can get out of this building and move on. You know, we wasted a lot of time and money. And it's time that we make a move. And the biggest thing I say is to trim the fat. We gotta trim the fat. We gotta make some changes around here so that this disaster that she has created does not affect the residents. Take it down, sell it, give it back, or whatever. Definitely can't give it back, but if we can sell it back, let's sell it back or put it on a new building. But look for funds, look for free funding if we want to do a police station. And from my understanding, that building was not outfitted to be a police station. Who ever seen a police station with a pool on the other side for the residents and a police station on the opposite side? That's crazy. That's outright, it's crazy. So let's put that building for sale and actually see, well, somebody else could probably come in and make it a gym and make it affordable for the residents. But right now, we can't afford that. We just cannot afford it. Okay?
I just want to add, Trustee Roger, is, someone else sent us an additional, person also for 2,700, so definitely, approved, so we can get each, more affordable. But, two things, because I heard the same thing, I was actually a member of the Fitness, right, I love the pool. However, at this point, in terms of insurance costs, everyone knows, insurance, that's one of the biggest concerns. And not only that, anyone who have been here for years, right? I've been here 20 plus years, and I know that this village has a history of getting in the business of real estate. We've seen it with the Dorchester, right? The whole goal is not for us to be in the real estate business. The goal is to run a village. So if we can offset that cost, and we can kind of recuperate some of our losses that we've taken, I just think that it's an added bonus. I'm excited. I think that we have a little administrator that can get us in the inside, and that's our goal. Thank you.
And then just lastly, I'll throw out just a few different numbers that I can recall. As mentioned, that the idle building does cost us money. It costs us approximately $90,000 per year just for regular maintenance. Somebody go over there and check it, and that's when it's sitting idle. Historically, we've had challenges with running that facility, and it's gone up to $200,000 to $250,000 when it's operated. You would think that there's money coming in, but now you have to have more staff over there, more equipment usage and everything else. So just unfortunately, historically, it's not been a benefit, it's been a cost to the village, and given our financial condition at this time, we just cannot subsidize that, because that money or that deficit comes out, and ultimately comes from our general fund, which itself does not have the funding. So I think our motion is to approve proceeding with a quote, or proceeding with an appraisal actually. Hearing that, I think that concludes comment. I'll ask the clerk, can you do a roll call, please?
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown?
Aye.
Trustee House?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion approved.
All right, next is item F, a motion to establish consent hours. Trustee Belcher as well.
All right, I actually think I'm asking to table this item. Yeah, I'm asking to table this item.
Okay, we'll pull that one. Item G, a motion to approve processes and procedures pertaining to citizen information. That one is also Trustee Belcher.
Okay, so this particular agenda item, I guess we need to have discussion and find out how we can work with human resource, work with the village administrator, and work with the elected officials. There's a lot of concerns. Of course, we are here because of the violation of the Open Meetings Act. But prior to that, when we were at the Village Hall, there are a few issues. We have people that are not employed by the village behind the counters where there is information that's of the public. So we need to set some type of guidelines and work with human resource to make sure that those areas are protected and only should be visited by people that are employed of the village to go back there. Another issue that we have, and if anybody has been following, is that in August we did some layoffs. We did layoffs, and this is not a hit list, as someone stated. It was strictly the fact that, the council has stated that we have to make a lot of financial cuts. We're gonna have to do another round of layoffs probably, because we're financially deprived right now. I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible. But, the individuals consistently keep coming to the village hall. When we try to get some type of trespassing, the law is so fickle that if someone invites them in, then they are not considered trespassing. So as long as the mayor continues to tell them that they can come into the building, then it's not trespassing. Well, my theory is y'all can come and sit in the middle of the office. I don't care about that. But going behind the diocese, going behind the areas where there is vital information of the community needs to be limited. So I put this on here just as conversation that maybe we need to put a policy in place, work with the attorneys, work with human resource, because we don't want to have any type of data breach. We don't want to have any type of situation where we're putting the residents in harm's way by people that are, and they have been employees, or people that's not even not employees, that's behind those areas where, work areas where they shouldn't be. Now, I'm gonna put this on record, and when y'all heard it from Trustee Kiana Lachey Belcher. William Moore comes to the village hall every day. William Moore is on the payroll at Thornton Township as a full-time employee. Tell me who goes payroll. Yes. You heard it from me. So these are the type of issues, and I'm not going into the township business because they got their own separate, which still involves us. But these are the type of issues that are putting the village in harm's way, putting the township, which the village is in harm's way, which at the end of the day brings back a sense of not being honest to the community, a sense of liability to the community, and a sense of we need to make sure that we do not incur not another lawsuit under this administration, because it's become very draining. So I know I sounded long-winded, but I wanted to be very clear on what I said, because I don't want nobody to take it and didn't say it the way I said it, because I meant it. But we have to put something in place, so I'm asking that we work with the attorney and human resource, so if we do have to go back into the village hall, or if anybody is at the village hall, you shouldn't go into the village hall and somebody that's not employed there behind the counter talking to somebody else and walking around as if they belong. It's just not safe. It has created a hostile environment, and we need to protect ourselves and our community. That's it. So, I know that was a lot, but.
Oh, no, you almost triggered something. I have just a quick comment out there as well. So I also spoke with the attorney in agreement that we should have a policy and procedure. I think that the area that we've run into for the last 2.5 years is not only putting a policy and procedure in place, but the enforcement mechanism of making sure that there's some teeth to it. Unfortunately, the saying around here has been that laws are suggestions in law, because we pass ordinances and then they just come and do whatever they want to. So we will, of course, move forward with a policy or a procedure for it. We will vote it, but making sure that there's legal consequences is the hardest part that we continue to fight. We will continue to do so.
Well, that leads into, so,
Yeah,
I mean, go ahead. I said that just leads into, what I wanted to talk about.
Item 8.
Item 8.
Let's hit it.
Definitely brought this, want to draft a policy. We have allowed employees that are sharing their login access with William Moore, with Kim Alston, That should not be. If you no longer work for the village, you should not share your access information with no one. You should not share your access information with your fellow coworkers. Everyone is assigned an access, and everyone should be able to utilize their own access. You definitely have to put something in place. Policies are made to be governed by, not to be broken. So if we're gonna put these things in place, we gotta stand on it. And I suggest some things that, first offense, have a sit down, talk with, put it in their employee record. Second offense, suspension without pay. Third offense, termination, plain and clear. You gotta put your foot down. These guys, I went in there today, it was a shame today. I walked in there, people are standing in the foyer. It's filled with people. This one guy said, I've been here 5 times, have not gotten a chance to get anything resolved. Young man comes to the window, works for the village and says, so the guy says, well, who is your boss? I don't have a boss. Everyone reports to someone. I don't report to anybody. Well, where's the village administrator? I don't work for the village administrator. So who do you work for? Everyone has a person in place that they report to. Everyone should be able to follow the chain of command. And when this doesn't happen, things need to take place. So I definitely would like to have this policy, enforce this policy, and let's get it done. Let's take care of the business. But if my access is granted to me, I should be the only one signing in under my employee ID number, social security number, or etc. But your information should not be shared with employees, definitely not former employees. So this is definitely something that we need to put in place. And as Jason said earlier, we're going to be speaking with our attorney to put these things in place, and we got to stand on it. You know, you just don't put it there and you don't utilize it. I see a lot of that going on here now. Things are put into place as we see with the ordinance. Who follows the ordinance? She does. So we definitely need to put these things in place, and let's move on. Thanks.
Okay. Next item up is item I, a motion to approve the transfer of accounts and open bank relationship with the Wind Trust. That's myself, trustee House. So I just motion, as we discussed, we were looking at transferring to a new banking relationship. So I'll make the motion that we authorize opening new account with Wind Trust Bank. Is there a second?
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second. Any discussion? All right, clerk, please call roll.
Trustee Norwood. Aye. Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, the next item up was a motion to approve resolution 24-009, which rescinds ordinance 21-008, which appoints the position of a special counsel. I'll motion that we approve resolution 24-009. Is there a second?
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second, any discussion? Okay, clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Norwood. Aye. Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, item K, a motion to approve ordinance 24-014, amending the village code regarding temporary or interim appointments. Is there a motion to approve the ordinance as stated?
Motion. Second.
Hearing a motion and second, I'm gonna ask Attorney McGrath if you can elaborate a little bit on this, ordinance.
Yes, thank you. This ordinance was drafted after a review of the older opinion by the Attorney General's office. If there's a vacancy in any office, sorry, if there's a vacancy in any office, appointed position by the mayor, does not receive advice and consent of the board of trustees, that the mayor then submits that person would then be interim salary appointee, and at the next meeting, the mayor would have to submit another nominee process
Be close to the mic.
to see if there would be advice and consent by the board. If there is not, then we continue the process. The mayor needs to come up with another named individual for the open position. The ordinance finishes by saying the mayor may not present a nominee for the same appointed office more than twice during his or her term, meaning that the mayor cannot name the same person more than twice during their own term for the open vacancy.
Any further discussion? Summarize that.
Sorry about that.
Be close to the mic.
As I stated, this ordinance is based upon an attorney general opinion, which
Someone
pertains,
bring some chairs.
to appointments of
Came to me,
temporary
no big deal.
within the village of Dolton. And as ordinance reads, the mayor can appoint a person to an open position, and advice and consent of the board, if that is not received, and the new nominee would have to be presented to the board. The person who has the position presented would hold that position in the interim position for no longer than 14 days.
Trustee Norwood? Aye. Excuse me 1 second, before I do that, I do need to mark that the mayor has arrived at 7:30. Okay. Trustee Norwood? Aye. Trustee Tammy Brown?
Aye.
Trustee House?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right.
Mayor, we're on item L.
Now the agenda. How y'all doing? Y'all coming in? Okay, you on air, I came just in time. Now get my statement out for it. Is there a motion to approve settlement for Marcus Brady, versus Village of Dolton, number 2024, MI 300-7 for cleaning ground?
I'll motion.
Second.
Your motion is second. Any discussion? All right.
Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown?
Aye.
Trustee House?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, next, the part of why I am here in this building, is the mayor's report. So I can't take that time. Unfortunately, I want y'all to record this, make sure y'all get it in the back, please. I want to make sure this is for the record, and please write it word for word. I am the mayor of the village of Dolton. I am the mayor of the village of Dolton. I am the first female mayor of I've been telling y'all this day one. Make believe here at the board, at the end of the day, I am the elected mayor. Playing make believe. That you can see, once a real mayor, a real boss walks in the building, you walk away. Matter of fact, I got elected to the position. So, with that being said, I am here to do several things. One, I'm here to make my appointments. So I'm asking the board of trustees to stick to my appointments. One is village.
It's not on the agenda. It's not on
The
the
other
agenda.
is special counsel, and the other is police chief. Board of trustees.
If this is illegal, why is she doing this? It's not illegal, huh?
It's not on the agenda.
It is on the.
It's not done.
Out of order, ladies, out of order. Do you consent, board of trustees?
You see the chaos that she brings?
Okay, so y'all do know that it's all right as the mayor, how my opinion, right? relates to deed.
Ask for order.
It's not on the agenda. It's not on the
I just
agenda.
want you to know that my veto is your stand, and I have to be
No, they won't.
at the board of trustees.
And they get to override
And
the
the board
veto.
of trustees did a lot of illegal things. Another thing I want you to understand about the board of trustees.
We've been winning every court case. She don't lie us into it.
So once I prove it, you will understand what it is I've been fighting for, what it is I've been trying to tell.
The board has the FBI subpoena.
But y'all got a one-sided narrative, and y'all don't have the facts. So once you make the facts, you will understand what it is.
See how smooth it was before she got here?
I'm only here for those reasons. My appointment, just to be clear, since y'all was making all that noise, just to be crystal clear, I am here to appoint my police chief, my village.
Violation of open meetings act. The Attorney General said our meetings are illegal.
So I just want to come here and lay the law down. In our village and where we are and where we're going. So I just want to be crystal clear about that, but this is a illegal meeting. I want to put my information on
We gotta vote around. We gotta vote around.
You guys are welcome to come. I appreciate you coming. I want to give away free food. I will be giving away free content. And I don't care about other things in the community if you want to partake in it. And I know some of y'all are talking, I'll be in the lines too. So I thank you for actually showing love. And please put some respect on my name. Thank y'all.
Go ahead, Jay. Mr. Mayor, say something.
As the board we reached the conclusion.
You'll see that madness that she pulls off.
I was going to ask the attorney to draft legal opinion on this item was not on the agenda, so I'll ask for a legal opinion and then we will go for a motion to adjourn.
Absolutely not.
I think, obviously, none of those items were on this agenda.
That's right.
I don't take action items that are properly posted on the agenda. So those actions are not valid or legal. The actions that were taken are not valid or legal because they were not included on the posted agenda for this location. So they're null and void. On top of that, if the mayor wants to veto anything, she knows from past practice that you have to issue a written veto instead of standing up and saying I veto all the board's actions. So she didn't do the proper procedure on vetoing. Who knows what she was trying to veto?
Two comments, I'll see if any board members have comments. I'll think if there was nothing.
Come on.
Jason, can you get back in your seat, please?
A couple comments on here. And it's extremely important that we, that's why we make sure we have our attorneys. I want to thank Attorney McGrath for being present as well as all of our. It's important that we do things in a manner. I heard out of what was told that there was a veto. That veto documentation has never been presented to the board, nor was it left here. So it was worth the hot air that just came out. Separately, there is, I'm sorry.
I have a question for the attorney for the officers. Without calling names, they're asking, what do they do if Bird shows up tomorrow?
We will be giving direction to the department.
But the officers want to know.
Yes. So separate from that, we have, on the appointments, I want to be clear. The clerk sent an email to the mayor last week asking, do you have any items that you would like to place on the agenda? Should she have elected to do so, those items would have been placed on this agenda. This is not an attempt to circumvent anybody's authority. We are strictly here to follow the law. That is it. That law has not been followed, that process has not been followed, and this will be the second time that a process has not been followed, even when we work towards compliance. So, as Attorney McGrath mentioned that their appointments were not on the agenda, it was due to the mayor's neglect to follow a process that they were not put on his agenda. So those are my two comments. I'll yield to any trustee that has comments. Trustee. Trustee Belcher.
God is good. So, I'm just gonna say this. For someone to come to a illegal meeting to make an appointment is real, yes, no, it was illegal today. To come to make an appointment is absolutely, it's weird. I'm gonna say weird, but what saddens me even more is the people she got that's following her around. So I'm gonna say to the officers of the Village of Dolton, be strong, continue to work effortlessly as if you guys have been doing. I'm sure our attorney and the world is watching whatever she just happened to do right there. And no appointments that spoke out of her mouth is legal and binding as of tonight. So keep us in prayer because obviously y'all see what we are working with, because any mayor, even if she thought that she was coming to sit at an illegal meeting, she would have stayed here till it was adjourned. So, just keep us in prayer, because as much as people try to stay professional, at the same time, you have to understand what's going on, because this becomes a safety issue. This is a safety issue and a safety measure for the community. It's not just for us, it's for the community. I just heard when someone say you shouldn't act like that. I would have probably won some money tonight, because I bet that she was gonna come. I should have gambled today, because I have a feeling when you back somebody against the wall, eventually they're gonna show their true colors. So the world is seeing what's going on. But we're gonna continue to do what we need to do as a board of trustees and move forward. But whatever appointment she made, we never got any agenda, so we don't know anything about it.
Are we finished with the items on the agenda? Are we able to ask questions or comments?
Yes, any comments? Trustee Norwood, you have comments? Okay, hearing that, we have reached the conclusion of this agenda. I want to thank all that came and all of the good spirits. And I'm going to pray over the bad spirits. With that being said, I'll make a motion that we adjourn. Is there a second? Second. Hearing a motion and a second for the evening call roll.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher. Aye.
Meeting adjourned at
7:42 p.m.
All right, ma'am.
If y'all was watching that, look how smooth the meeting was running. Look at the chaos that get kicked up when she came here. You can't just come here and say we making appointments. That's how she operates. That's how she lost that last court case, because the judge said you just can't say I'm making an appointment from anywhere. So she just thinks I can come there and say I'm making an appointment. It don't work like that. She thinks she can be lawless. That's not how it works. This is not a dictatorship. That's why you have a board of trustees. Look how smooth the meeting was running before all that madness kicked out. Hey, residents.
Are you still working?
Yeah. Residents, if you watching this, We gotta vote this girl out of here. We gotta vote this administration out of here. It's lawless. They don't follow no rules. They cause chaos everywhere they go. So we gotta vote them out. Vote Clean House 2025. Go to our website, donate, and help us win this next election because it's coming faster than we know. All right. Yeah. Hey, I'm still on live right now. Hey. Yeah. Trustee Belton. Hey. You want to say anything on? I'm live right now. We got Trustee Bonova. What you want? We got 700, almost 700 people watching.
I just want to say that we're going strong, guys. Happy Monday to everyone. Our community is back. We're better. And we're going to be better together, guys. So, happy Monday.
Yeah. Mister, hang in there. Miss Thelma, you want to say anything on live? Oh, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, what's up, man? How y'all doing? Good to see y'all. Hey, man, it's the chaos that we got. See the chaos that kick up when she gets here? YouTube page. Don't trust the YouTube page. Yeah. We got a little something. Hey, Mr. D. Hey, so if y'all see how smooth the meeting was running, I'm gonna say that too. It's a broken record. It's run smooth. It's smooth. They were getting things handled. They making things happen to put this village back in a good financial footing. And the mayor comes in and kick up all type of chaos thing. I'm the mayor. I won by 82%. You want to say anything?
I do. This was the wildest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I cannot believe she strut herself in here and made this asinine declaration and then struts out like she actually did something. A mess. Y'all, this was a mess.
We got to vote her out.
We have to vote her out.
Got to. Without question. Mr. Lee, you want to say anything about what you seen? I'm on YouTube Live right now.
Well, she did say before the judge that the judge asked her point blank, do you understand what I'm telling you now? She said she understood. Then she marches her dumb ass into what she called an illegal meeting to make appointments. I'll let you figure out as a person, as a thinking human being, how smart was that? I hope the judge saw all of this.
Yeah. And she calls these meetings illegal, but she had to come.
Exactly.
And then try to make an appointment when it wasn't on the agenda or nothing.
Exactly.
And she thinks that's going to hold up. It's not going to hold up.
This should be the one where she gets taken into custody. She's had enough chances.
All right, y'all. Another eventful day in Dolton. It's funny. The meeting was boring. It was boring. The way the government meetings are supposed to be. You want to say something online?
Oh, no, I do not want to say that. That was crazy.
They're coming to a meeting. Their meetings are supposed to be boring. They're supposed to get things done. It ain't supposed to be chaos. It ain't supposed to be all that arguing, fighting that mayor keeps up. This is how meetings are. So good government have boring meetings and they get things handled. This was a good government boring meeting, the way it's supposed to go until our outrageous, out of control mayor came in here. So residents, keep watching. If you're watching, loyal supporters from whatever you're watching, we got to keep pushing, and we're going to have to win this election, period. That's the only way we get out of it, because she realized she thinks she can operate without laws, but that judge gave her a strong warning. So keep watching, residents, and supporters from around the world, around everywhere that's online. We got, about 600 P3 poppers watching right now, so it's going to be all over the news because of that. Then they're going to pretty much mention the live stream tomorrow. I recorded the camera. I live stream from my cell phone. I record the whole thing with my broadcast camera. So I'll restream the whole thing tomorrow with the professional audio and the professional camera work, not the cell phone camera work. So when I'm gonna live stream it tomorrow, and then you'll see it from, the audio will be better and everything. But it was smooth. It was smooth. And she said we keep up chaos. She keeps up chaos. Everybody's illegal but her. Nobody got caught lying like she did. Nobody went to Roland Martin and lied like she did. Nobody went to WGN and lied like she did. We don't, the trustees, they don't get caught up in lies because they're striving to be truthful people. But Ace, I'm about to log out. See if I can get any interview with anybody else. Who y'all, anybody want, any particular person y'all want to see talk? Nikita, you want to say anything on live?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Listen, at the end of the day's got to end. And Tiffany is the day. She got to go, guys. Clean House 2025.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace.